Hey everybody, my name is Malcolm Travers. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Male Media Mind, and this is my editor's note for January 23rd, 2015. I haven't really been doing the editor's note like I have wanted to, but I'm planning for our weekly conference call. So I have a lot of things on my mind about, what I want to do with M3, and just thought I should post. I did a video for the M3 Undercover group, just outlining the background of the group, and I used ScreenFlow, which is what I'm using right now. And I thought, well, I've been recording these things on my phone, which is cool, but I thought, sharing my screen, more information, all that good stuff. So this is the blog, obviously, the M3 blog. And as I was explaining what we do on the Undercover group, I realized that there's no link to the main Facebook group, which has kind of been dying off anyway, but that's a problem. Like, obviously people can't find it from here. There's all these other resources available, with the Facebook page, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. And, I was talking about the Undercover Tumblr, which has got lots of porn. And that's what we were talking about, the fact that the Undercover group, you can't put porn on it because of the rules of Facebook. But anyway, so then I was looking at my editor's note, which is right up here. Again, I got the link to it from the blog. And, I just haven't done anything with my personal blog in a while. And so I'm thinking about, wanting to do something about that. And I'm adding 2 new contributors, Mark Estes and David Bowen. Actually, David Bowen was back in 2013. He joined, was only there for about 3 months, but I think we've had a pretty good friendship, and I'm glad to have him back. He conflicted with some of the other members who have since left, and I'm excited that he's it's all water under the bridge, and he's ready to come back. So that's going to be good. One of the things I was thinking about doing is a book club. Something I wanted to do for a while, but I just had the idea for maybe revitalizing it. Last year we were going to do one, but maybe in a hangout, but maybe now that I'm doing podcasts, I think we could do podcasts of books. This is one that I did not too long ago, Torre's Who's Afraid of Post-Blackness. I think that would be a great one. I already did a review on, that would be fine. I could do one on blogging, which is okay. But I got several, and I think I'm going to revitalize that. That could be something that David would be into. Mark is also an avid reader. Breeze might be on board with it. So if I can get at least 2 other people on to, once a month do a book and then talk about the book on a podcast or hangout, that'd be good. So also maybe doing some extra hangouts. We do the weekly live hangout, which I love, but it wouldn't be such a bad idea if it fit into other people's schedules to schedule additional hangouts for things like the book club or something like that. I'm all in favor of that. Mark is going to be doing an article about television, and so we're going to talk about that on the hangout, particularly like black entertainment on, and the influence of the image of black people in the media. And I think he said he's going to have a first draft ready today, and so we're going to confirm that in the conference call tonight and go over that. And then we'll talk about it in the hangout, and he should have an article published next week on the Male Media Mind about that. I have an article about the meaning of life, which was a video published. It was about Neil deGrasse Tyson, answering a 6-year-old, asking him what the meaning of life was. And I'm just going to muse about why we are so needy. Why do we need to know all these things? And, I have a first draft ready. I'm going to review it before the hangout tomorrow, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to talk to David Bowen and see if any articles he might have ready, because he's a prolific writer himself. He has several blogs, and he might have something he wants to discuss. That would be great if we can make a video for that. And the reason I thought about that is when Breeze does the graphics for the article, it's pretty interchangeable. He could just change out the article name for the Bare Essentials graphic, and then, you know, make a video for it too. So it's all about like using all parts of the buffalo, you know, and efficiency. That's the word of the day, efficiency, because you want to be able to make all this kind of content. So that's pretty cool. And I had some ideas about us going forward, you know, some of the goals that we have, and just, you know, we're going to discuss that tonight, and hopefully we'll come to some agreement on it. We actually had a pretty good response to this video here on Thursday. This was actually a video about one of my articles, and it was really moving. I really appreciated this person for contacting me, and we're going to give it some serious depth. I have to say, like, if anyone has responses to what we have, you know, our articles, we are always appreciative of it. I personally, you know, am not, I'm not opposed to digging in deeper on an issue. Like, you know, his question was basically, how can you be an active gay man and still not come off as desperate? And he goes into details about some of the struggles that he faced. And I'm hoping that, you know, with a larger panel, you know, with Mark and David being able to join us, I'm hoping Gerald will be able to be there, as well as Breeze and Jawan, and whoever else, maybe CJ might be able to show up. You know, we can maybe dig into his issue there. Something else I'm doing for the Hangouts is what I'm going to call the top 5. I'm not sure if I'm going to publish those out into social media, but maybe. It could be a little fun. Top 5 I'm taking from the Chris Rock movie, and, you know, have a category of some sort. In the movie, it was, you know, your top 5 hip hop artists, and that was fun. So, you know, we could start with something simple like, you know, your top 5 black female vocalists, you know, which could be fun. Top 5 musicals, something like a category. And the whole point of that is so that people can get to know the contributors, like what their personality types are like, and where they're coming from, what their interests are. And I think just spark a discussion. Like, we all have our own unique opinions. We're not a unified group, or, you know, a uniform group. I think we're definitely unified. At this point, we have gone through so much together, and, you know, all of us, I think, have a similar goal in mind, which is really just helping uplift the community and all of that. Try to raise the level of dialogue, and just be helpful to people out there. And that's one of the reasons why I really appreciated getting the input on here. And, you know, what he was saying resonated with me because I've been there. And that's kind of what it is. I just want to create content that would be helpful to me as a younger man. You know, I definitely went through my own struggles growing up, and, you know, just want to be there for people. And I definitely want to just put out a lot more content. So, you know, we're thinking about doing more podcasts. I'll let you know about that. I have a podcast. It's actually up on iTunes right now because I didn't know, but you can just search for Male Media Mind. I'm going to publish an article about that on Tuesday, and, you know, formally introduce everyone to the podcast. But it's up on iTunes right now, and that's pretty cool. So it's really weird to see myself on iTunes. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, my podcast is much more laid back. You know, Breeze has his podcast on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is excellent, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, I'll put a link down in here. You know, the podcast link is here. I happen to be on every episode, but this really is Breeze's thing, and I'm really proud of what he put together. it's entertaining. It's funny. He puts it really well together. He did a really great job with it, and you can find it on our YouTube channel as well. I give primacy to the iTunes articles. I mean, the iTunes thing. So this will actually be last week's episode that you can catch on YouTube. But you know, just search for it on iTunes. It's there. So anyway, that'll do it for me. I just really appreciate you for checking this video out. You know, make sure to comment, leave me an email if you have any questions or comments about our anything that's on Male Media Mind. We always welcome the feedback. So thank you again for watching, and have a good one.